7 months. That is how long he paused his Roth IRA, and not because he gambled it, not because he forgot, because his transmission blew at 142,000 miles. His kid needed a doctor visit that hit before the deductible, and daycare went up in January, all in the same quarter. He sat at the kitchen table, opened the brokerage app, and turned off the auto contribution. Said he would restart it in a month or two. It took 7, and just to be clear, this is not financial advice. This is a story and some math, but the math is the part that is going to stay with you. Those 7 months of missed contributions at age 32, at roughly 10% average annual growth, which is what the S&P 500 has returned historically before adjusting for inflation. Those missed dollars do not just disappear, they compound in reverse. The money that was not there does not grow. The growth that money would have generated does not grow, and the growth on that growth never happens either. Depending on how much he was putting in each month, by the time he reaches 65, those 7 skipped months could cost somewhere between $75,000 and $95,000 in lost future value. Not because of a bad decision, because of a car repair, a pediatrician visit, and a daycare invoice. 3 completely normal expenses that hit in the same quarter. His story is not unusual. It might be the most common retirement story in the country right now. A record 6% of Vanguard 401k participants took hardship withdrawals in 2025. According to the company's How America Saves preview, the pre-pandemic average was around 2%, and a Dayforce study covered by CBS News found 1 in 4 full-time workers reduced their retirement contributions last year. These are not people who do not understand compound interest. They watched the videos, they know the math. They set up the auto transfers, they just could not keep them running. That is the part that almost every compound interest breakdown leaves out. The calculators, the charts, the start early and you will be a millionaire projections, they all assume the line never breaks. That you contribute every single month from 25 to 65 without a single interruption. That your car never breaks down, that your health insurance never surprises you. That your kid's daycare does not jump $150 in February with no warning. But the compound interest chart does not have a pause button. Your life does. And if you are American, you are probably going to press it, maybe more than once. Because the system you live in, no universal health care, no subsidized childcare, at-will employment, student loans back in repayment, is basically an interruption machine. And no budgeting rule accounts for that. So here is a different way to think about it. Think of your emergency fund differently. It is not just a savings goal. It might be the single best protection for your compound growth. Every dollar sitting in a high-yield savings account. And some are paying around 4% APY right now, FDIC insured, exists for one reason. So your Roth or your 401k auto transfer never gets paused. That reframe changes the math. It is not a rainy day jar. It is the thing that keeps the line from breaking. If you are curious, open your Fidelity or Vanguard account or wherever you keep your retirement savings. Skip the balance. Look at the contribution history. Look for the gap, the month you paused. The quarter you reduced, it is probably there. He found his 7 months, sitting right there on the screen. 3 ordinary bills from 1 ordinary quarter, and that gap, however long yours turns out to be, might be the most expensive line item you have never looked at.